got partners I'd have to talk to. I can't make a decision.
Okay, well, I'm just throwing that on you, Jay.
All right, good comment?
I got a couple more things.
All right, go ahead.
Thank
Like
you.
I said, let's adjourn back 35, 40 minutes and I'll put it on the screen for you.
We don't need to do that, we'll wait until next month. Your stuff will be here next month.
I'd like to see it on the screen.
Me too.
Let me just make a comment.
Okay.
First of all, we have to do something.
That's
And
right.
I want the citizens of Gates County to understand that we have to do something about our library. We're gonna do something. But to move forward today, we requested in the last meeting to have 60 days,
90 days.
90 days grace period to put something together and be able to decide what we really want to do.
And we voted on it.
Yeah, and well, I think it's a little premature because we haven't discussed anything. We haven't discussed options. We haven't discussed anything that we can use as an alternative or just how we want to approach it. So I'm not in favor of going forward with a motion on 1.5 million. I don't know whether 1.7 million, 1.5 or $975,000 is the correct number. We don't know what that number is going to be, or if there's something else that we need to do. But we need to have the time to, at the next meeting, we're going to have some presentations of where we are, what are some other possibilities, and just be able to discuss that. And at that time, I think we can move forward and decide where we want to go. Do we want to go and solicit the citizens to get their input? It doesn't mean that we have to do what that says. The commissioners have the authority to build a library, even if the citizen says, no, we don't think we want to do it. But certainly it gives the citizens the opportunity to express themselves, and if those numbers come in that way, we would certainly want to try to make sure that we did something that majority was satisfied with. But I think at this time, I would not be for moving forward on a motion without having some kind of discussions on what's going to be the best approaches to satisfy the library needs in the county. But I do want to close with, we're going to do something for the library.
Amen.
That's not the issue. But whether the 1.7 million or 1.5 million is what we do, I'm not sure that's where we are right now.
All right, Chuck, you want?
Well, first of all, I want to note that there are 5 commissioners up here. All 5 commissioners are saying that they are for a library. Commissioners are saying that we are going to do something. Commissioners, all 5 commissioners are saying we need a library. What is at question is how we go about it. You know, I stated earlier that we solicited the professionals that build libraries. We solicited our staff, our library staff, for their input. We came up with a number. We haven't broke ground on the library yet, but we have to take the steps to get these bids out so that we'll know whether the number is 1.3 or 1.5. Kenny has made a motion to suggest 1.5 as a cap. When that stuff comes in, we don't have to accept that. While that's going on, while those bids are being solicited, that is the time for the citizens to come to that podium and speak. And when the lady comes back to present with to us the bids and what the final numbers have come in at, then we may say, okay, so we're not going to build an 8,100 square foot library. We're going to build this size library because this meets the numbers of the budget that we feel good about. Kenny has made a motion. At the end of these comments, I'm going to second his motion to move forward. And my purpose is so that we can get the bidding process moving, so that we can be closer to the beginning of the project, and I hope that the number that we'll come in with will satisfy the citizens and the finished product will satisfy them as well. At this time, I'll second the motion.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second on the floor.
Got no question.
All right, question, John.
Why would you waste someone's time and move forward with
Gee.
a bidding process when you haven't established the real groundwork there. Why would you do that? Why would you move forward, Jack, with saying, I want bids on 8,100 square feet? Why would you do that? And waste someone's time? Now, I don't know whether it's gonna cost any money or not, but why would we waste people's time until we established and everyone was in total agreement up here as to what we wanted? Why would you do that?
Well,
These are professional people that you're dealing with.
Let me ask you a question. That is part of the information. That's part of the missing, one of the missing pieces to the puzzle. We really should go through that process so that we'll know what it's going to cost for the parking lot, so that we'll know what it's going to cost for the heating and air and the construction and all of those items. So that when we get that information, then we can redesign the building if need be.
Well, we had, she presented those numbers on paper, Jack.
Let me ask this question. I'll show you.
Okay, ask no question, Henry.
If we cap it at 1.5, they've already designed it for $1.7 million, and I keep hearing 8,000 square feet. The proposal that LS3P has given us is 11,000.
Oh my God.
No, it's not 8,000.
It's
8,100. It was 8,100.
8,100.
8,100.
Okay, for the 1.7 million. So if we cap it at 1.5, they're gonna have to go back to the drawing board and redesign it. How are we gonna bid on something that we're capping?
If you look at your bid documents, the base bid was 1.3, if I remember right.
Right.
The base bid was right.
To be clear about that, the 1.7,
It's 1.6.
so it's 1.683,
That's right.
but that is with like 3 or 4 options that we haven't agreed to. The base price is in the neighborhood of 1.365, something like that. But we've jumped on this 1.7, that's on the last page, and those are options that we haven't agreed to. So, I've been quiet about 1.7.
So which
I
options
just
were
want to
they?
be clear about that.
What options were they?
Metal roof, I believe, was one of them.
That was in addition to.
Well, I don't have the document in front of me, so I don't want to tell you that exactly.
$1,680,000 was what it came with, 120 on the frontal side. That was $55,000 more if we were going to brick it. $240,000 more if we wanted geothermal. And I don't remember what the metal number was right off the top of my head.
The base,
But it was about 100.
The 1.7 was the budgeted number.
That's what they had in the documents.
We've got a motion on the floor in a second. We'll have to act on that. We'll take this by show of hands.
Are you opening up citizen comment?
No, sir, we're not.
Oh,
That's just like it's kind
yeah. Yeah, don't do it.
All right, we've got a motion on the floor in a second. All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, right hand. All right, motion carries. All right, next thing on the agenda.
Oh my God.
Gus, you're here. Yes, sir.